Usually I have some idea of what I want to say when I'm going into these type of videos, but today is not that day. I didn't think I'd have to do 2 videos during the same time period or during the same 7-day period where I'm talking about a milestone for the channel. Last week I was talking about 6 years, a 6-year anniversary of this channel, and this week this channel hit 2,000 subscribers. And while it might take a while to show up publicly, but I think for sure it is showing up. It will show up by the time this video is up at least. The reason why I wanted to make a video about this is because 1,000 subscribers was like the biggest deal for me in the world. When it happened, I remember like shaking. I remember honestly sitting there kind of thinking to myself, this has been the goal. This has been the goal this entire time. And while I went on after that goal and kept making videos, that number always meant the world to me, to the point that like I kind of stopped checking subscribers unless it was like I got that notification showing that I got like another 100, but it stopped being about like how close am I to the next 100, how close am I to this. But that changed when we saw, and a bunch of people in the Discord saw, and a bunch of people on Twitter saw, that we were very close to 2,000 subscribers, and honestly it excited me so much. It was February 15, 2019, where it took 5 years, almost 5 full years, to get to 1,000, and it took way less than that to get to... It took about a year to get another 1,000, and to me that's good. 5 years to get 1,000, another year to get another 1,000, I'm well okay with that. I suppose the first thing I can definitely say about this is that I can take this as a good sign that maybe I'm doing something okay. Maybe I'm doing something right. Maybe the channel is going okay. Maybe I'm doing an okay job. I feel like it's very easy to look down on myself and to make sure that like I'm not, feeling like this is going too well, because I feel like then you get complacent, and I never kind of want to do that. I kind of want to make sure that like I can always try and keep going, keep making videos. I don't want to get to the point where like I'm just like making 2 videos a week, although that's not an issue. Most people do that with just like longer videos, but for me, I like to make like as much videos as I can every single week. The other thing I can say, other than that I'm proud of myself, is that I'm extremely grateful to everyone who subscribed to this channel, and all the people that watch my videos, and even the people that share it even, or even the people that like the videos or comment on them, because every single little thing, whether it's a view, a comment, or a like, they all help. They all help get my channel out there. And here's the thing, this is a hobby. I talk about this all the time. This is a hobby. So regardless of like whether this goes any further, it doesn't matter too much. Now it matters to me. It matters to me in the grand scheme of things because it makes me very happy. The more people, the merrier, always. And the fact that I was able to hit 2,000 subscribers is something so freaking special. But at the same time, if this is where it ends, and this is where it stops, so be it. I'm so grateful for the community that I have now. I'm so grateful for the audience that I have now. You have no freaking idea how exciting it is to get up every day at this point and make some videos. It's still such a fun time. But just in all honesty, I open up a video after uploading it in the nighttime, and I wake up, open up the comment section, and see a bunch of lovely comments. Whether sometimes it's not lovely comments, let's be honest. But I see a bunch of comments of people being insightful about the video, talking about what I could do next, how I could be better at certain parts of the game. And for the most part, I would say about 80% of it is just like trying their very best to make sure, even more than 80%, I would say 95%. Like 80% is way too short, or it's way too small. Because I have one of the most supportive and great communities, and I think a lot of you guys will echo that. If you ask anyone a question in the comment section or in the Discord, or even the people that follow me on Twitter, you will find that you will get a very honest and earnest answer, and if they can help in any way, they will. And that's something I'm so freaking proud of. I said in the last video with the 6-year video, everyone here just loves video games. Everyone's just so freaking into video games. We're all so crazy about video games that I can share my hype with this. I'm going to be making a video about this later on in the week, but I get sometimes accused every once in a while, every few months, of faking optimism, of faking being happy, of faking being so into video games. This is something that like my friends always find very strange, because if I love a game, I will go to the ends of the earth for it. I will die on a hill to defend it. Like, that's the stuff that I like to do. There's no reason to fake optimism on YouTube. There is no reason. The opposite will get you further. And I know that sounds strange, I know that sounds kind of petty to say, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Let's just be honest. It's the truth. But I have found a place where I can upload videos, people watch them, I can be happy, I can make stupid jokes, and we can all have a good time. But alongside that, I think it's also important to mention that sometimes it's not always the easiest thing in the world. While I have fun the majority of the time, I think it's important to mention that at some stages, you get mean comments. You get mean comments from people that will say some nasty thing to you or something that's like totally uncalled for. And sometimes it hits you in the heart. Sometimes it's just like, I'll move on, whatever. And like that happens sometimes as well. And you guys know that I love reading your comments. We talk all the time. I can also reply to your comments because of how small my channel is. But at the same time, I have people who will think that we're like best friends and will like insult me or something like that. And it's like, that's not okay. That's not okay. And I think it's important to mention that. That's just not okay to like jeer me or be rude to me just because you think that we're comfortable enough to be rude to me. That's not something that I'm really into. But that's like the only thing. It's the only things I can really have a gripe about. Because everything else is so smooth. I am playing Zelda videos, playing Phoenix Wright, playing Mario, playing horror games sometimes for people on the internet. I'm a lucky bastard. Let's just get that out of the way. I am so freaking grateful. So fucking grateful for the audience that I have. And sometimes it's hard to remember. I think we all have that where sometimes it's hard to feel grateful, to know what you have and to remember what you have. But sometimes I just sit there or wake, or like when I'm lying in my bed or I'm sitting on my chair, or even when I'm like making breakfast, I think to myself, I have people who want to watch my dumb videos on the internet. And at that point, I can just say to myself, this is a good day in the cheesiest way possible. Thank you guys so much for everything. You have no idea how thankful I am to you guys. This is awesome. This is really fucking awesome.